Well, guys, it's about 6:45, 6:30, 6:45. It's just kind of right at dusk. We're just sitting out here. It's nice out here. It's about 60 something degrees and it's beautiful. Me and the dogs are just chilling outside the RV, so I'm trying to keep my voice down. Anyway, here's the fur babies. Andrew, Jesse, Molly. Just starting to get some light up in the sky. Sun will come up right kind of around the peak of those trees. The rest should be out here in a second. Hey, we appreciate all you guys watching, and please click subscribe. If you know anybody else that would enjoy the channel, please recommend it or post it or share some of the links, and we would love to have them as well, and tell them to subscribe, and you know, they can kind of follow us on what's happening on the journeys. Thanks. Hey, it looks like my wife came out to join us. Take in a little bit of this. What is this? Sunrise, dusk, whatever you call it. Dinner, supper, brunch, lunch, dusk, twilight.
65 degrees.
Yeah, the mornings are beautiful out here, so we really like that. Days have gotten a little bit hot.
Oh, days are hot.
You know, the days when I was planning the trip were getting up around 85, which was great. But ever since we've been here in this whole week, it's been like 91, 92.
I tell you, the heat follows me.
Yeah.
That's no joke.
That's because you're hot, baby.
I know. I'm so hot. The sun likes to follow me.
Yeah.
So y'all follow me too. Subscribe.
Yeah, that's all right. Good word. Hey guys, so anyway, this is kind of the setup at a full hookup site. I mean, you can go out boondocking and fill your tanks, but if you're coming to a full hookup site, you got your power cable. They'll usually have a septic system. There's a water hydrant and an outlet box. It's usually got a 50 and a 30 amp on it. So we've got our electric hooked in there. We are going to hook up our septic tank right here to this right here and flush that out. But I've heard in a couple of videos it's better instead of just leaving it up and letting everything go down so the poop don't pyramid in it. It's better to kind of leave it in the tank for a while sitting there and then just kind of flush it all out. So we'll probably hook up to this and do it then. But you can see it's got the little tank thing on it right there. So we will be hooking that up in a little bit. But see right here, that brass regulator I bought, you would put that on the hydrant, run your good hose over to, when you're at a full hookup, go to city water connection. We got our water filter. It'll tell you which direction to go with the flow, and then we use that little hose to hook into here. Little hose to hook into here, and it'll tell you the direction to go with it. Now, if you're not using that and you're filling up like your water tanks and stuff, you'd go into fresh water connection, fill that up, and then when you're dumping everything out, there is a black tank flush that's over by the, I think it's by the plug. Yeah, let's go look. Yeah, so this one here is the black tank flush, and the restroom's right on the other side of that wall. So when we're emptying that out, we'll also run some water into there, kind of clean that up. And you know, we did put one of the enzyme packs in there. So anyway, you can tell when you get here to the city pump, like you got your regular power outlets, you got a 30 amp, and then we're in a 50 amp, and then you got all the circuit breakers for them. So anyway, just wanted to go over that with you. Dope. Well, we're on day 3 now, and we're going to go out and do a little bit of exploring. There's a couple other paths we hadn't taken up the mountain. So anyway, we're going to go check some stuff out. So we'll take a little bit of video here and there. All right.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were.
Just got the old man there. I don't know how many more of these trips he's got, but sure glad he got to come up here with us this time and see everything. As you can see, I'm becoming Nanny McPhee. I got this big old blemish. I don't know if you can see it. Well, I know you can see it on the tip of my nose, you know, in the day. No, it was while we were driving out. Anyway, I noticed it somewhere. I thought I was turning into Nanny McPhee, but anyway, it's really getting bright red. After we got out here, settled for a day, and I was able to take a shower, then my nose got real shiny. Then it was like Rudolph coming around, and you know, you're a little sensitive over it. What does my wife say? You know, hey, I think your nose is growing. You know, I'm telling you.
But he ain't telling you is what he said right before I said that.
Yeah, I say a lot of things, you know.
Well, then you accept what you get.
Yeah, well, in fairness, I was telling her we should sell our house in the Azle. We've seen a couple of scorpions. I'll post a picture of the scorpion right here. Anyway, we've seen like 2 of them out there, and I told her we need to move out and get 50 acres out here in the country. That way we won't have to deal with scorpions anymore. In fairness, that's when she said my nose was growing, but I know deep in her mind, you know, I know you're thinking Pinocchio and all that, but I know it was about my blemish. I'm not sensitive or nothing, but I know it was about my blemish, so I'm going to stay in the house once we leave here. I might see that? See that? All right, guys. Just updating you. There's an end piece to this freaking thing somewhere. God dang it. Zebra. Oh, there it goes.
but
fucking thing
should
is
you
so
have
cheap.
to? Maybe you should be the next zebra blind
Tester.
repair professional. Wait, strike
Sure.
that. Yeah,
exactly.
you're right. Quality assurance tester. Not repairman.
Hey, better repairman.
No, your quality testing and the quality is not great. On a scale to 1 to
You
5.
want to let that go up so you have your full range of motion.
Oh, you hit the G spot.
Yes, I did.
Uh-oh.
Better off right here than it doesn't hit it with the mattresses.
Yay.
Yep. So I'm becoming a professional. I ought to be the zebra repairman now, because let me just tell you, with the Forest Rivers, the zebra screens are very neat, but they suck. They don't lock them in. Do yourself a favor. If you get a Forest River RV, it's not the end of the world. Tape the ends of that. I will probably do that myself just to keep them on. You know, otherwise if you tape the ends of it, the end pieces on. Otherwise the whole thing just falls a piece in your hand.
You know, the interesting thing is, like the smaller zebra curtain, like the one behind you, they don't come apart
You never
like
touch
that.
it. Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't come apart like that. It works.
And that's because it's got a thick block of wood right up here at it, holding each end in. This one don't have that. The block of wood is this far from the...
So I wonder if that's something they forgot to install.
No, they put the block of wood on the end is setting this far from each side. So you have to have that thing perfectly, like you have a rod. Each end of the rod has a gear piece on the ends of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what Forest River in their infinite wisdom went and did is put the block of wood end pieces this far away and the little rod that comes in. So you have to have it perfectly centered. So if you're driving your RV and that thing shifts either way, your whole curtain comes down. So you've got to have it perfectly kind of shifted on there for it to work. So if you pull it down and up, it goes to one side, the whole curtain comes down.